All right.
Give her diesel, Jess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 14 of the Maritime Hockey Podcast, sponsored by Now We're Convenient and Dial Attire.
Ooh, yes.
We got a quick mention here. We are not all in person tonight, but Billy and Chris are in person.
Say sheesh.
No.
And speaking about in person too, I'll just put this out here. For once we hit 100 subscribers for our special for that, we're thinking of making our first ever in person podcast. So
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button right now.
we're at 90 right now, so we only need a few more for that special.
Get it to 100.
Yeah.
Please. Right? We want to see each other in person. We haven't seen Jess in person in a while. We would love to get in person. So, yeah. All right. But,
All right.
yeah.
But our hot topics today are we'll preview the Stanley Cup final between the Habs and the Lightning. And the first thing I'll recap real quick is not to waste too much of our time, but the Q draft that happened Friday night. And with our Mooseheads had the 5th and 6th pick in the first round. I'll recap. They actually had 3 first-round picks because they traded for the last pick in the first round from St. John. So
you have a bit of news on that. A little bit of a good news on that.
Oh yeah.
Draft, you know
Speaking of the draft, and I'll get into this once I talk about the guys here. So I'll bring up the guys now because I got their stats and all that too. So 5th overall pick to the Mooseheads was Dylan McKinnon, and I know a lot of Mooseheads fans are pretty excited about that. They're like, we got another McKinnon on the team.
Yeah, let's go.
He is a defense and his height is 6'1", and he weighs 175. And the team he plays for is the Moncton Flyers, major midget.
Let's go.
This season he played 16 games, had 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points.
11 points in 16 games. Was he a defenseman?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And he was 5th overall in the Q draft. It's pretty fucking good.
Not bad at all.
I think that was a great first pick for the Mooseheads in the first round to draft a defenseman too, because I feel like not that the Mooseheads aren't really that bad, but I mean this last season was kind of a bad year.
Yeah, shit pump.
Yeah, and I think we could improve on defense. So
especially where Barron is leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, not having Justin Barron. Well, yeah, he's gone. Like not having Justin Barron, your captain and stuff. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I just hope for the sake of the league and for the sake of the players and like these kids, like a lot of kids aren't playing in the juniors for more than 2 years, 2 years, 3 years, and like some people it's less, some people it's 1 year. Like so, I hope it gets back to quote unquote normal. Just because for the sake of these players, careers and stuff, it's like, I mean, God forbid something happens like it did the OHL. These guys can't, they haven't trained or they haven't, been on the ice and played a game in over 15 months. Like, that's fucked. So I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, and the next pick, which was the 6th overall pick by the Mooseheads, was Matthew Cadafor. He plays for the College of Charles Lemoyne, and they actually didn't have a season this year, so that's unfortunate. But he is a right wing, and he's 5'11", 185.
5'11", 185. Okay, no, why did I literally think 5'1"? You said 5'11", and I was just like, yo, he's 5'1". I don't know why.
I thought Cole Caulfield.
Yeah, I was thinking Cole Caulfield. I had Cole Caulfield on the brain. But man, you know what's another crazy thing? Is that because, like you just said, this guy didn't have a season? It's got to be what a ballsy move by GMs
Yeah.
to draft
Because
from a team
it's
who
like
didn't have a season. That's fucked.
it's like if they didn't have a season, well, how are you finding highlights
Well,
of
exactly.
these guys? You'd
Yeah.
have to like go way back to like past
Yeah.
seasons,
Or even just like word of mouth. Like even if it's like sure he's like talking to other people, like maybe parents and stuff like that, or like try to get as unbiased of an opinion as possible. But like when you actually like take time to think about that, that's pretty ridiculous.
yeah.
That's pretty crazy, and it's got to be hard as a GM because it's like, but
What's the right move here, right?
well, that's it. Like, fuck.
Well, so many kids are getting fleeced because of that, right? Like,
So
a
many
lot of good players aren't being drafted because they may have been sick 2 years ago, but it's hard to go off stats from 2 years ago, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then here's the big one. That's the pretty big announcement of the draft here. The 20th overall pick that we traded for from St. John, the last pick of the first round, we selected right wing Logan Crosby. Yeah.
Big name to live up to.
Yeah.
Big last name.
And I know fans were saying too, like Moose fans were saying, "Oh, we got a McKinnon and Crosby on the team now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be some magic, maybe.
Yeah.
Imagine, Jesus.
But yeah, he's a right wing, 6'3" and 179, and he's local too. He's from Nova Scotia. He's from New Glasgow, and 6'3". That's pretty big guy.
Pretty big. It's pretty crazy how big these kids are getting. Like sometimes, like me and Chris, we would always talk about, be like, man, like people are getting so small now. Like, remember when we were in Bantam and stuff and watching Major Bantam, and it felt like you were watching the NHL. These kids were big. And now it's like kids are not as big, but they're still getting drafted, and they're still going to be amazing. And it's because, just like we'll get into Montreal and stuff, but like take Cole Caulfield. I mean, he's the most popular player in the NHL right now. And he's only, 5'8" max? On a good day, he's 5'8". And it's like, the league and hockey, whether it's the NHL or whether it's other leagues, junior and stuff like that, you don't need this big body anymore. Even defensemen. Look at Cale Makar. Cale Makar isn't a big guy. Quinn Hughes isn't a big guy. They're just good. They know how to play the position. It's more smarts and skill than it is size and shut down D.
Yeah.
So good for these kids. Like it just shows. It's like, man, like
you start multicasting here.
So,
the size and the
exactly.
and the IQ and everything.
Yeah, like you can't work on your height. But if you can get bigger and stuff, if you want size, well, then you can work on that in the gym, get bigger, get thicker, and work on your feet. You'll be fine. So I'm happy for these kids. I'm happy that leagues now are like not overlooking small kids, like smaller players, I should say, because I sound like a.
So Cole Caulfield probably set that tone.
Yeah, Cole Caulfield. Yeah, I think everyone is like, you know what? Let's take a closer look at like everyone instead of just looking at the big guys. But that's good for them. But so Jess, I know that you have something.
Yeah.
What's the little news that you had with Logan Crosby? I do believe, was it?
Yeah. Real quick, I forgot to mention who he plays for. He plays for the Pictou County Weeks Major Midget.
Yeah,
sir.
And this season, he played 29 games and had 12 goals and 6 assists for 18 points.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Pretty solid.
If I do believe he also has some sick lettuce.
Yeah, he does.
He's got some solid lettuce. Looking like you, Jess, probably.
Yeah. By the way, too, he added me on Snapchat too. And
Damn.
I've been like talking to him on Snapchat.
Really?
Like, not like conversation, we just kind of been sending snaps, like
So just breaking news, Logan Crosby and Jesse Sarrell, best friends, potential
question mark
clickbait, like not clickbait, like
clickbait, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
but that's awesome, dude.
But yeah, going into the announcement about that draft selection, Logan Crosby, after he got picked, I I reached out to him on Instagram. I welcomed him to the team, said I'm excited to watch him play and all that. And then, gave our podcast a little shout out, told him about it, asked him if he would be willing to be on as a guest, and he said, "Yeah, I'm down." So we're gonna have him on. I don't know when it's gonna be, but whenever he's available, we'll have him on.
We'll get you on there, Logan. You'll talk to us about what it feels like getting drafted. 20th, that was 20th overall, was it?
Yeah.
20th overall in the Q draft is pretty damn fucking good. And this has come from someone who was not even close to getting drafted in the Q.
Yeah.
Yes,
my
sir.
fucking guy. But yeah, that's fantastic. And if he wants to come on, bring your friends, bring your,
everything.
and bring your sick lettuce, right? Bring
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Chatter up, because we haven't talked with anyone who's been through that. And that'd be fucking amazing. So
Yeah.
that's, and to get it from also it's like, and we talk about this a lot, where it's me and Chris and even you, just like, we're so old. We're old. We're older than we feel. We're older than we think. Like, I'm 19, going on 20. Chris is about to turn 19. Jess, you're already 19. Like,
Yeah.
and we're watching these kids just tear up leagues, and they're doing fucking crazy, and they're getting drafted, and it's like, man, we've never been through that. Let's hear what someone who has been through that, or is currently going through that, what do they got to say? What's kind of emotions are going on, right? COVID fucking makes everything different.
Yeah.
So what does that feel like?
And
right?
the thing is Q hockey it's so fun to watch.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like, the saves some of those goalies make are like NHL caliber saves. Like, when I was watching the draft there, because they streamed it on YouTube, they were showing highlights of the seasons, and like the top saves, and these goalies were like sitting down on their ass
The
and like
heinies.
saving it
On their booties.
Yeah.
Making crazy saves. It sounds like me. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say I made a beautiful, this has nothing to do with hockey, but that was fucking funny. By the way, there's another story we can get into. But today, at the field, I made a crazy catch. Crazy. Jess, you would have creamed your pants when you seen that. My gosh, you've been like, Billy, give me an autograph. Because backing up the ball's coming. I'm like, shit. Woof!
And I jumped.
I literally jumped, backflip, like caught the ball. My hat just goes flying. I was like, I also look like an egg, but that's cool. But yeah, no, that was lit, and I was like, let's fucking go. So I was pumped. So I'm feeling good, but I also probably got grass stains galore. You probably can't see that. Probably got mad grass stains on my back, but that's all good. But also in other news today, my dumbass heard Chris say, "Oh man," to say to his girlfriend, "Hey, I'm gonna squat you." So he picks her up, and squats her. And like I said,
let me mind you, easy work with legs like these. But
oh yeah, all right, no, this fucking tree trunks of a legs. But so then I'm like, I hear that, and my fucking goofy ass goes, "Oh, dude, Chris, just get on my back. I'll squat you." Right? Mind you, me and Chris work out all the time.
We weigh a decent amount too, right?
We weigh a decent amount, right? So
yeah, and I was up there one day.
You were up there. You were doing quick feet. You sent me a snap of you like yesterday doing quick feet, and I was like, "Let's fucking go, Jess."
That's quick.
Off-season grind. But anyway, literally we're on Chris's deck, and I'm just like, "Oh, dude, just get on my back. Like, I'll squat you." Which I don't know why I didn't just carry him, because so that the weight can be in the front.
He told me to get on the
So I just go back. Like, I'm used to doing this with, like, say my sister, so my little sister, being, "Oh, just get my back. I'll like squat you, haha." No, Chris hops on my back. I get up, and then I go to squat down, and I just went.
Yeah,
and
we stayed there for like a solid 5 seconds, and then we just slowly went back. No one said a word.
No,
it was just silent as we went back and smacked our heads off the railings and everything. It was so funny.
Oh my god, no man, it was awesome. I wish we had a video, because it felt like. It felt like we were falling for 10 minutes. Yeah. I was just like, it felt like I had so many different thoughts going in my brain when I fell. I was like, why am I here? I was like, what am I fucking doing? Like, why am I doing that? And I was just, it was so fucking funny. Oh, dude. So anyway, yeah, my legs literally just said, Nah, I don't really feel like
Nah,
this.
I don't really feel
That's
like
what
it.
they said, and I just fucking collapsed, and my knees buckled, and that was fucking funny. But anyway, yeah. So all that to say that
Yeah.
I'm a goof.
Goof,
So
total goof.
the big story that happened over the last couple days, les Canadiens de Montréal.
Yeah.
Les Canadiens de Montréal, the Montreal fucking Canadiens. They got the magic.
Yeah.
They have the magic.
Got the magic stuff.
That's
And
all I
it goes back to episode we had way before. Billy was saying, you know, with the playoffs, there's always that underdog story, and
That's what I'm saying.
Montreal's the underdogs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Telling you. Speaking of, real quick, just before I forget, last episode when I was talking about the hats and stuff, and I was talking about the charity, the Jordan Boy Foundation, I had said Greg McDonald, and I kept saying Greg McDonald. That was a big mistake. It was a mistake. It's Greg Dobson. That's Jordan Boyd's brother, and it's Greg Dobson that was on episode 9. Greg McDonald was on episode 10.
I'm the
Yeah.
only McDonald allowed around here. That's
Yeah,
all.
he's the only McDonald he's allowed. So that's for the viewers watching, and if both Gregs, it was just I got the Gregs mixed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back to back Gregs, Greg squared, if you will.
Oh,
I got messed up, so that's on me. It's Greg Dobson that is Jordan Boyd's brother, and he is a big part of the Jordan Boyd Foundation, who also just got the podcast's first donation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
From the hats. We don't have them on right now, but the hats, the Maritime Hockey Podcast hats.
let's give him a look.
Yeah, no, where you got yours?
I've got one right here.
He's going to get his. Yeah, we sent our first donation, guys. Right? Fantastic. Right? These beauties hats right here, you've seen them.
Yeah.
Right,
So here's the
pow.
white ones. As
Pow,
you
there's
see,
the
we
white
got
ones.
our ones
Guys.
got our nicknames on the side.
Yeah,
so I
he's
got-
got Mackie on his. Great.
Mackie on mine.
Billy
creme
has
de la
Billy
creme right
on
there.
his.
I do have Billy on mine because Billy's that's me. But anyway, yeah, the black ones again, Jess, we've had this conversation. Just real quick for those who have wanted hats or thinking about maybe buying a hat, the black ones just haven't come in yet. They're paid for. They had to order more in, so it might take a little bit longer. Yada yada. That's fine. Let them do their job. COVID's weird. It delays stuff. Fucking the boat last month that got stuck in the Suez Canal. Like shit happens. Like it's all good.
It happens.
But dude, we made our first donation to the Jordan Boyd Foundation, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's because of the people buying the hats. That's because of our sponsors giving us, helping us get these hats and make them. And then, with each hat bought, money's going towards a charity. With each order made, money's going to the charity. And that's the important thing. So again, the hats, they're $50 each. That is steep. We understand. It's just because
they costed a lot to make.
They cost a lot to make. Lids they're very, they're high quality. You might not think it, but they are. They're very high quality. Cost a lot to make. We're selling them for $50 flat.
And it's going to a great cause.
It's all going to a great cause. So if anyone is maybe interested in, they don't want to give up $50, they don't want a hat, but I would encourage you to donate. We would all love if you donated, please. That's
even if it's a
so
small
important.
amount, anything helps.
Oh, anything. Nothing is too small, and nothing is too big either, right? Like it's anything, like any amount of money that you could give to the Jordan Boyd Foundation. That would be incredible. So sorry, I just kind of took the reins for a couple minutes, just said that.
Oh no,
it just kind of popped in my head, and I'm just like, gotta say that shit, right? But anyway, the Montreal Canadiens, Jess.
Yeah.
They've been dare I say
exquisite,
dare I say, probably the best team or the most fun team to watch in the playoffs. I'll be honest. I fucking love watching them. They're so fun. Dude, just fucking rip ass.
Yeah.
Chris ripped ass.
That's ripped ass.
He just ripped ass.
Ripped ass.
They've been so fun to watch in the playoffs. Even Cole Caulfield is part of it, but even it's not just him. It's the whole team. Right? Chris stinks. I'm telling you right now. This is unfucking real, Jess. I don't think you want an in-person podcast.
I think that'd be a bad move for everyone. I think that'd be a bad move for everyone.
Stinks. Full disclosure, we had what did we have to eat? We
Two
each
chicken
had
wraps.
2 homemade chicken wraps, buffalo chicken wraps.
Oh, they're so good.
It smells like a dead child. It stinks.
Jesus, I don't know if we go that far.
Oh my god. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Getting off track here. But
Yeah, no. I mention this a lot too. As much as I hate the Habs, you gotta give them credit for the run they've been having, right? No one expected them to get past Vegas or where they are now. Like no one expected them to get to the final.
no, I didn't.
No,
I
didn't
thought they were
know.
done in game 5 against Toronto. I was like, see ya.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I thought Toronto was gonna eliminate them too, but then again, like we said, playoffs, anything can happen.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
they just been having an insane run. Price is playoff price, man.
The Price is Right.
Yeah, the price is
another
right.
I fucking love that show. Do game shows still exist?
Bob Barker just went downhill. I don't even think he's there.
I don't even know who
I
Bob
don't think he
Barker is.
thinks he's the host anymore.
Is he the host? Was he
used to
the
be
host?
a very long
I
time
actually have
ago.
no idea.
But yeah, no, the
Uh-huh.
Habs been insane.
That's been crazy. Now, do you think? First of all, it interests me, Jess, why you hate them. Why is it that you hate them? You've never actually like told us why. Why is it that you hate the Habs? I actually don't know.
To be honest, it's kind of funny too. I don't really know either. There's just something about them. I guess it's some of their fans, like some of their fans I know can be toxic and all that.
Mm.
And like I guess it's too that some of their players get away with a lot of calls that's like an obvious call. So it's like that kind of gets annoying too.
I will say the reffing in that Vegas Montreal series was
Horrendous.
literally the worst officiating series I've ever seen in my life. And that was the story. That's not like we just everyone fucking knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was some of the worst reffing I've ever seen. Everyone is on board with that.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. Because there's a point like anyway, I don't even want to I'll fucking get a nosebleed talking about refs. Because holy shit, they were bad there. But I'm just happy Montreal won. Good for them. Right? Good for them. I'm sad that Fleury couldn't win, but shit happens, right? He might win the Vezina.
Yeah.
We'll see. Can we talk about Tampa Bay for a second? Because I mean they are in this final as well. Yo, Andre Vasilevsky is unfucking real.
Yeah.
Carey Price is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury is ridiculous. Andre Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the NHL.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's the best goalie in the NHL. Overall, Carey Price is the most technically sound goalie. You know, Marc-Andre Fleury is probably the best at kind of being true to himself in like different aspects. And there are different goalies are better at different things. Overall, though, you want Andre Vasilevsky. You know, he's the best goalie. He's the best fucking goalie, dude. Like he is. It's so because I bring that up because first of all, Tampa Bay's in the finals, but second of all, the last 4 series clinching games, Tampa Bay has won. Well, they've won the 4 series clinching games, the last 4, which is Game 6 of the Cup final last year, and then who'd they play in the first round? Florida. Game 6 against Florida. Game 5 against Carolina, and Game 7 against the Islanders. 4 shutouts, dude. 4 shutouts in the 4 series clinching games. When the fucking moment is big, Vasilevsky, he shows up more than anyone I've seen. Carey Price, unfucking real. Andre Vasilevsky, he's from another planet.
Could be unrealer.
He is so ridiculous, and it's like.
And that's why this Cup final is going to be so fun to watch.
Oh my gosh, man! You got the 2 best goalies in the league right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then you got a potent offense, and Tampa's offense is ridiculous. So on paper, Tampa is light years away like light years better than Montreal. Every team that Montreal's played, every team in the playoffs was light years better than Montreal on paper.
Yeah.
Not every fucking team in the playoffs in the finals. Montreal's in the fucking finals. So it's hard to bet against Montreal based on what they've shown us.
Yeah.
But
And with Tampa, can we
fucked.
talk? Can we please talk about the run that Braden Point's having in the playoffs?
Oh.
Yeah, he had nine games. He almost beat.
You know what? I
think
think
Leach. I think he was
Might have been Leafs, yeah.
I think if Tampa wins the cup this year, the Conn Smythe's going to Braden Point. He got
Well, I
fleeced
thought that
of
last
it
year,
last
but-
year.
He should have. He was snubbed last year.
Yeah.
It's so
Victor
not
Hedman.
the
Can you
last
I
imagine?
mean, fuck. Like Victor Hedman's not going to win it this year. No shot.
I've always found him irrelevant. He could be a top defenseman. I'm starting to find him
Yeah.
irrelevant.
For me, if Tampa wins it, I would say the two people for it are either gonna be Braden Point or Vasilevsky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like, okay, real quick, do you guys think that whoever wins, like, do you think that it's a possibility that the Conn Smythe goes to a losing player? That's happened before.
I know that did happen way back, like in the 90s before.
Yeah, that happened. I think that fuck. I think
it would go to Carey Price if it did. If it did, it'd go
if Tampa ends up winning, like I don't think that they'll give it to a Montreal player.
Yeah.
But if they were going to, it would be Price.
Oh yeah,
sure.
100%.
And that's what happened too with it was 03. It was the 03 finals, the Ducks against the Devils. The Devils won the cup, but it was J.S. Jaguar who won the Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
He was a goalie for Anaheim and he lost. Speaking of J.S. Jaguar, played for the Mooseheads, just saying.
Not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Not a big deal, but he played for the Mooseheads. But yeah, who do you think is taking this series, Jess? Who do you think is going to win the Stanley Cup?
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to go with Tampa just because, like I said in our very first episode when we were giving our picks, they got the experience. You know, they won the cup last year. They're going back to the finals now, and I think if you look at it, I think experience is key. Like I said, they know what it takes and they've been there. So, but I think it's going to be a really close series. I'm going to probably say 6 or 7.
I'm thinking
You know
7.
what?
I think it should be 7.
I'll give it 7.
I think so.
I'll take Tampa in 7 just because the goalies, like we said, 2 of the best goalies in the league. Fantastic. You know they're gonna play insane.
100%.
So
What about you?
I got Montreal in 6.
Montreal in 6.
Montreal in 6.
Give her the reason.
Not high. No, it's the only reason I say that is because when Montreal went up against Toronto, I said Toronto's got it. When the Jets went up against Montreal, I said Jets got it. When Vegas and Montreal clashed, I said Vegas is going to win, even though I don't want them to. And Vegas didn't win, so
Vegas did not.
it's time that I start putting where my money is, or put where my
Money with your mouth.
money where my mouth is, and just start betting on them. Right, if they lose, they lose. I mean, they proved to me that they could do it if they want to. They just got to stop.
By the
scoring a
way,
goal
Billy rocking the
disappear.
old school Expos hat.
Yeah, fuck,
That's
of course, bro. Look at that sheet. Look at that.
That's actually a cool logo. I love that.
That is a very cool logo. I hope the Expos. I hope Canada gets another baseball team. Hopefully it's the Expos, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know a lot of people want the Expos to come back.
Who do I think is going to win the Stanley Cup? I'm hoping Montreal wins. I really do. My dad's French. It's a Canadian team. What a story. And it's like the Canadian team.
That's
like
what.
Right.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt, Billy.
No, go for it.
About that too. I know a lot of people on my Snapchat. They've been reaching out to me. They're like, "Oh, you should be going for the Habs. You know, they're the only Canadian team left." It's like, I can't.
No, you gotta stay true to your heart.
Yeah,
You gotta stay true to your heart. I mean, I'm sure there. I know that there's a bunch of.
I mean,
Canadian
if they do win, respect to them. Price definitely deserves a cup. Yeah.
Not to mention Shea Weber too.
Yeah,
Shea Weber hasn't even been past the second round.
Yeah.
So this is his first time past the second round, and he's going to the Cup final. Which is great. And
Or no, he wasn't he in the Cup final with Nashville against Pittsburgh?
No,
No.
that was the year they traded him for Subban.
Oh, yeah.
That was the year he was
Right.
traded.
Yeah.
Right, because Subban
2017.
was on their team there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that actually.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate.
Anyway, yeah. So as much as I hope Montreal's going to win, man, this isn't even a diss to them. It's not a diss to Montreal. It's just that, dude, Tampa's fucked again. Like again,
Yeah.
they're good.
Well, I
They're-
mean, that's what $18 million over cap space
that's
does to
another
you.
thing.
Yeah.
That's another thing. As I
Right now,
don't
brain points hurt, so now they're only 10 million over. Or an upgrade point.
Kucherov.
Nikita Kucherov.
Kucherov's hurt, yeah. Which I think he did play Game 7. Did he not? He played Game 7.
Okay, well then it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't.
He was
Anyway,
expected
but
to
he was
be out
expected
long
to be
term.
out. But fuck. Oh, sorry. It's
Well,
just
it's
fucking.
contagious.
It's a late recording. This one, so my eyes have got to be open. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry for that. Sorry to give you nightmare, but dude, no, it's hard to bet against either of these teams. It is. It's hard to bet against either of them because they're both in the fucking Stanley Cup final. They've both proved that they're good teams, and
Yeah.
I'll give a slight edge to Tampa based on experience.
Yeah.
Right? Not that Montreal doesn't have players with experience.
Yeah.
Take Corey Perry, Eric Stahl.
Yeah. His
um,
second straight final against Tampa
exactly,
again.
against Tampa, right? So like that could,
Yeah.
and that helps in a room. I've never been in an NHL locker room, mind you, but
Yeah.
that does help. But also the fact that think about who the Tampa Bay Lightning just played in a 7-game series,
Yeah.
right? In one of the loudest buildings in the league. They
Yeah.
played the New York Islanders, a defensive. Like, what is the difference between the Islanders and the Canadiens? With the exception of like the seeding, right? None.
Yeah.
There's really not much of a difference. They got 2 good goalies because Jake Allen, even though he hasn't played, if for some reason he's got to play, he's a good goalie, but he's probably not unless Price gets injured, right?
Yeah.
So the Islanders have a 1-2 punch of Sorokin and Varlamov, right? They couldn't get past Tampa, right? They're a defensive based team, like they focus defense first, take care of their own zone. They got a weird system. Barry Trotz is an unreal coach, and they still couldn't beat Tampa. They lost Game 7 against Tampa by 1 goal, but guess
Yeah.
what? You still lost. Tampa still beat you, and Vasilevsky shut it down, right?
Yep.
So Tampa Bay is going from playing the Islanders to the Islanders 2.0, basically.
Yeah. And a little superstition here for the trophies. Montreal did not touch the Campbell, and Tampa
Campbell.
did touch the Prince of Wales.
Mm.
So
Just like I feel like that they make that a bigger story than it should be.
yeah.
I know it's just like a
But
history, it's a superstition.
For the
thing, but it's
Prince
like,
of Wales, it seemed to work out because the last few years, teams that touched it won the cup. Like Ovi touched it and Washington won. You know, Crosby touched it a couple years. They won.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway,
And
I
don't
I got
remember. Did Tampa touch it last year? Or
I'll be honest, I have no
No,
fucking
no.
idea. I have
I
literally no
didn't
clue.
Tell you what they are.
I think
I think they
did.
did because I think I saw something saying Tampa
touched it again.
touched it again.
Anyway, but point being, I hope like go Montreal. Like I will be cheering for you.
Yep.
I don't think that Tampa is going to lose 4 out of 7 games to another defensive based team. I think they will still win.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong.
I'm excited for this final.
Mm.
It's gonna be great hockey to watch, and yeah.
Mm.
By the way, at the time we're recording this, it's Sunday, so the Stanley Cup final starts tomorrow.
I had to guess. I just had to get that burst of energy out. I know that was awkward. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm so tired. I'm literally so tired. You know how many hours of sleep we got last night? Jess, try to guess. Guess how many hours of sleep we got last night.
Oh, jeez.
Your cat.
Yes.
5,
Try 3.
3.
3.
And we still went out.
And we still went out.
Went to the escape room. Yeah, we did a whole shebang.
A whole
Yeah,
shebang.
I didn't get to bed till late last night too.
Yeah. We also have a special guest coming up. Just a little guest that we like to call.
Kill me, you little shit.
No, he's not. Can you see? I don't know. We have a beautiful guest. Leia the cat.
Let's
guys.
go.
Let's go. Subscribe for Leia.
Yo, huge.
Subscribe for Leia the cat.
Huge.
Look at that
right?
cat.
That's a fat cat.
That's a
right
fat cat. That's a healthy weight.
there. That's not no healthy weight. That's heart attack weight.
Oh, that's heart attack
Jesus.
weight.
Beautiful
sorry.
cat.
She's rubbing up against us, as cats do, right? Sniffing our feet,
Yeah.
as some people do.
We also, I asked.
Just didn't even react. sorry.
Anyways, I posted on my story asking some questions for people to ask. We got
Did you get any?
Yeah, we got 2 responses.
Let's go. Two's good because we might need to end this episode a bit earlier than the other ones.
Yeah.
So two's good. Give
Yeah.
her the fucking beans, Jess. Which ones? Let's go.
All right. So both of them were like, what are your thoughts on this team and all that? So
All right.
I'll start with this one. This one's coming from my friend named Jeremy. He says, what are your thoughts on the Bruins?
Is that it? Just what are
Yeah.
our thoughts on the Bruins?
Yeah.
All right.
Love the team.
Who wants to go first?
You go.
Me go? You go. You love the team.
Migos.
You
Yeah,
go.
okay. Yeah, I'll go. I love the Bruins. I don't know why. Like, I'd never make them my favorite NHL team, but when they were up against Washington, I wanted them to win. When they were up against Islanders, I wanted them to win. Mostly because I hate Islanders too. Their
Yup,
fans are
fuck the
brutal.
Islanders.
I don't hate them as a team. I just hate the
Yeah,
fan
fuck their
base.
fans. Low key, high key.
I just like I just think they have a solid group. I'm very surprised that Islanders beat them this year. I thought no one was going to beat them this year. That Marchand, Pastrnak, Bergeron line,
Lethal.
That's creme de la creme right there. Like, you don't get any better than that. But
What's creme de la creme? Right?
I think maybe that's why I like it so much. I just like all the players. I like Brad Marchand. Unpopular opinion, but that's
Yeah.
it. I just like him. I like him.
Yeah, no, Boston again, they're one of those teams I hate too, but it's like at the same time you do gotta give them credit for the team they have with guys like Pastrnak, Marchand, and McAvoy. And the first thing I think they gotta do this off season though, I think they should re-sign Taylor Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh,
he had,
Hall's a
that's-
few, I forgot about
Yeah,
Hall.
totally. Yeah, that's a big one.
yeah, I think he had a great year with them. I think he's finally found his spot to play
Mm.
For
because
this year.
he was getting traded a lot to different teams and
Mm.
he just couldn't really find that team that worked out for him. But I think Boston's the team for him.
I feel like my thoughts on the Bruins. Well, I'll give you my thoughts on the Bruins like this year, in the sense that I expected a bit more out of them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so do I.
I would maybe. I know I didn't pick them to go to the finals, but after that Washington series, I was like, I'm pretty sure Boston is gonna make the Stanley Cup final, and I was like, probably even win the cup.
Neither happened.
Neither happened. I wonder how Boston fans are taking Montreal being in the final, but I know. I mean, it's kind of crazy how used to like Patrice Bergeron we've been getting. Like, I mean, he was drafted the same year as Crosby. He might be a bit older than Crosby, I think, right now, but they're like he's getting up there in age. So I don't know how many years he's got left. I'd say maybe at least 5. I'd say a good another 5 years, probably. Maybe 4, 5 years. But another thing that and oh man, fuck, Tuukka Rask, he was playing injured, and I think that's a huge. I'm not saying he played bad, but I'm saying that if he wasn't injured, I think they would have. I think they would have gone
Done
further.
more, yeah.
I think they would have gone further because
There
some
was
of those
a-
goals, I'm like, that's not.
Those like
That's
Tristan
not
Jarry
a-
goals.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a goal that a healthy Tuukka Rask gives up. So I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think that something's right. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think overall, like if I'm a Bruins fan, I'm kind of chilling. It sucks, but I don't feel that nervous going into next season. Yeah, you're gonna lose some guys, but
Yeah.
no one that important. Like, no offense to like the free agents that they got and stuff, and like maybe guys that'll be picked up in the expansion draft or whatever. But I think Brad Marchand has finally shown that he's not so much a rat anymore, and he's actually using his skill more so than his mouth. His mouth.
Literally.
His mouth. I made him sound like a fucking prostitute. But yes, Brad Marchand is a good fucking hockey player, and so is the rest of the Boston Bruins. I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The other one was from a friend named Kale, and he said, "What are your thoughts on the Leafs, and what do you think they will do this off season?"
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Mitch Marner's not being traded.
Nope.
No.
Mitch Marner's not being traded. So whoever even came up with that or thought about it, like Austin Matthews says, you're an idiot. Like whoever
Yeah.
came up with that, like there's no way that they are giving away neither of those guys, including Hyman, Nylander, and anyone else. They're not giving.
Yeah.
What I think is they have defense. I just feel like they don't know how to use them.
Yep.
Like they have
Yeah.
like Jake Muzzin, he scored 2 goals and then dipped out on an injury. That's fine, but like they got players. They have players. They just need to use them. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? They got a good goalie behind them. They got Campbell behind them. Whoever Anderson's behind them too. Like you just gotta bear it down and win a game, right? Especially when you know there's a history of you guys being eliminated in the first round in the most embarrassing ways possible, unfortunately. I don't know. I feel like there was a lot that they could have done. But I know that there's a lot they're going to do. I can't speak for them, but I just think defense and how to use them is one of the biggest ones.
100%. I agree. I think. Oh yeah, you go for it, Jess. You go for it.
Yeah. I just wanted to say too, I saw today there was a guy on Vegas, I think it was Martinez, who was playing throughout the playoffs with a broken foot.
He scored a lot of goals too.
He did score a lot of
So that just makes me feel a lot
Yeah.
shittier about Montreal.
But yeah, another thing too, I just wanted to mention my bracket challenge. I didn't do too bad on it, honestly. Like, at least I got one of the finalists right, which were Tampa. So
Let's go, Jess. Way to fucking bring that in there.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, one thing I just want to mention my bracket challenge. Fucking awesome.
Why not, right?
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah,
And
man,
we're in
like,
the finals now, so
yeah,
people
you got to
might
pump
wanna
your
know.
tires a little bit. You got to give
Yeah.
yourself some credit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got one of the finalists right, which was Tampa. The other one I picked was Colorado. They didn't get there. It sucks, but whatever.
My thoughts on the Leafs is that I still wouldn't be nervous if I'm a Leafs fan. And I know it's like, okay, like if you're a real Leafs fan, you know that you should be pissed off. Of course you should be pissed off. You should be fucking disappointed in your team. But not just because it's frustrating because it's been a long time. It's frustrating because you should be good. Everyone knows that. It's not like they were a bad team and it's just another year. It's like they're a fucking good team. They were expected. They had. I was talking to Chris about this the other day. They had the best odds at winning the cup this year. They did. You saw based on all the analytics and stuff. Like they were the only one that was like an 18% chance of winning the cup, which numbers are just numbers. You got to go out and play the game, whatever. But especially when they were up 3-1 against Montreal, they had the best odds, and they fucking shit the bed again. And as much as that sucks, as much as it's like, oh, whatever, the worst thing they could do is shake up the team like everyone says they're going to do and what everyone says they should do That is the absolute worst thing that you can
No,
do.
you're just an idiot.
You're just an idiot. It's like you don't take Austin Matthews and you don't take Mitch Marner and go, we're gonna trade you. It's like no, they need to they're not 18, right? Like they're what 23 now. Like they need to low key, like sorry, they need to smarten the fuck up.
Yeah.
And they gotta advance and they gotta be like, you know what? We are two superstars on this team. Not to mention Nylander and I mean Tavares was hurt. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna bring him into this because he was hurt. God bless him that he was even back on the ice like within the same week.
Yeah.
But Matthews and Marner, they just gotta step it the fuck up. It is
Yeah.
not smart to trade either one of them. I don't care who you get in return. I don't care. It's not like they're aging out. They're fucking 23 and 24 years old. Like you don't do that with two superstars in the league. They will figure it out, and Toronto will win a Stanley Cup. I would be willing to bet money on the fact that the Leafs are going to win a cup within the next 5 to 6 years, which sounds like okay, well, yeah, 5 to 6 years, but it's like, dude, 5 years ago was 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's kind of fucked. That's not that long ago.
Look where they are now from 2016. Like
Exactly.
2016 was awful for them. Now they have a great team.
Now they have a great team, and it's just like, yeah, it's disappointing, but
Yeah.
you're going in the right direction,
Yeah.
right? Like it sucks. It's like, oh my God, but you're not treading downwards. You're going up.
Yeah.
You are. It's just how it is, which is fantastic. So they got to keep chugging along, and they got to keep having faith in those guys. It'd be different if they were 35 and they're still not getting it done. Then it's like, okay, yeah, get off this team.
Yeah.
But these are good players, and they're going to get it done. And I have faith in the Leafs. I do. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So that's my Leaf rant.
Yeah.
Pretty much that.
Yeah, my thoughts on the Leafs. Yeah, like we said, I think they're definitely headed in the right direction. I think, like we said, obviously you don't trade those top three with Matthews, Marner, and Nylander. But I saw there's rumors that maybe Morgan Riley could get traded, then it's like if you trade guys like that, maybe you go out in the off season and try to acquire Seth Jones because he said he doesn't want to re-sign with Columbus. So
Who would? Oh,
yeah, I was literally gonna say fuck Columbus.
Yeah.
Fuck Columbus.
Yeah.
What a-
Sorry,
what a-
Columbus fans, but
Yeah, sorry, Columbus fans, all 7 of you in the world.
What a rancid way to play.
What a way. Ohio can lick my balls.
Honestly.
I've never even been there. It's probably nice.
yeah.
No thanks. I'm
No
good.
chance.
That's like my 87th favorite city in the world is
Yeah.
fucking Columbus. Like,
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and that's what I think the Leafs need too. I know me and my dad talked about this a lot too. They need more grinders and more grit, guys who won't give up fighting for the puck in the corners and all that, and just guys that can be aggressive. That's what they need.
this is how the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
That's just how the cookie crumbles, how the boat floats, and it's how the
Yeah,
bitches
and
crank.
like Billy said, I definitely think like within 5 to 6 years, like Billy said, I think you definitely will see them win the cup. People were saying, "Oh, they're never gonna win the cup ever again." It's like, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I have to poop. That's why I must leave.
Yeah.
You gotta say that.
all right, so we'll wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again,
Thanks,
for all you that buys a hat, really appreciate it. Means a lot to us and the Jordan Boyd Foundation. And for those of you that want to buy a hat, just reach out to us on Instagram on the Maritime Hockey page, link in the description, or or you can message our personal Instagram accounts, and we'll put that link in the description too. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Get us to 100 subscribers, like Billy said, so we can do our first in-person podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanley Cup Finals begin tomorrow, so enjoy the Stanley Cup Final, everyone, and may the best team win. See you
Later,
guys.
boys.
See you, gentlemen.
Stop. What?